Ahead here, and Reading under the former Arsenal player Brian McDermott, hoping to end a horrible sequence against Arsenal. This is their 10th meeting with them, and they have lost all of the previous 9. Wide by Coquelin, and here's Gnabry's first touch. Here's Nicky Shorey. Hunt. Robson Kanu. Roberts! Terrific start for Reading, and it's the old warhorse himself, Jason Roberts.
Well, if you're a young striker and you want to know how to lose a defender, lose your marker, to get on the end of a cross, take a look at this, because at 33 years old, he uses all his nous, Jason Roberts, and he gets his reward. And Jay Tabizit does really well there, feeds the ball out wide, but watch Roberts, feints like he's going to go near, goes in behind Koscielny, and he's left in front of goal. It's a wonderful cross, but it's wonderful movement that gets Jason Roberts his opportunity, and he is not going to miss from there. It's an emphatic finish, and Reading have got the lead that Brian McDermott, well, he would have been craving against his old club. Didn't he enjoy it?
The first time that Brian McDermott has faced his old club, the third time that Jason Roberts has scored against Arsenal. So it's left for Chris Gunter to take. McCleary's worked it through well. Gunter tries to line it up, and it's gone in. It's an own goal. It's gone in off Laurent Koscielny, and Arsenal's despair compounded. But joy here for Reading, who lead them 2-0.
Well, just like the first goal, they get in down the sides, they get in behind Arsenal, and they get into an area where they can put a real dangerous cross into the box. It's good, it's tight there, isn't it? But McCleary does well, Gunter finds space, and Koscielny, well, he's beyond the near post. He has to try and intercept it, and the only kind of contact that he can get that will send that ball in the net, he somehow manages to get. And that's really unfortunate for Damien Martinez in the goal, but I'm sure Brian McDermott doesn't care.
Gawkes climbing with a header. They still haven't managed to get it clear. Here's Ledgerwood. And he looks for another strike at goal, and he's got it in! This is unreal! 3 up inside 20 minutes. Mikael Ledgerwood scores for the second game in a row. Martinez finding his shot too hot to handle. And despair for Arsene Wenger, whose team are being ripped to shreds.
Well, they are. This is an absolute disaster for the young goalkeeper. Comes from a corner, and it very much looks as if they've got that clear, but it's sloppy. It's Chamakh that gives the ball away. Ledgerwood does really, really well here, but that should not be finding the back of the net. You can see by the angle that the ball goes in, Martinez gets it all wrong. He's trying to palm it away to his left, and somehow the ball squirms into his right. And this is not something that he will want to see in the future. It's a horrible mistake from the young goalkeeper.
Well, that's the risk you take when you change your team. Out to Morrison. Here's Mikael Ledgerwood, urged to shoot again, and after what happened last time might have been tempted, but instead finds McCleary. Hunt! In off the post! Reading are running riot! Arsenal are being annihilated here!
Well, Arsene Wenger's not happy. He's with the fourth official. He just feels like there should have been a foul given Arsenal's way in the lead up to that goal. Chamakh was the player in the middle of all that. Lost the previous challenge, but that there, maybe a little bit of a nudge in the back on Chamakh, not given. And look what happens. Again, Reading work the ball wide, and this is where they've been absolutely lethal. Noel Hunt, a player that I'm sure Arsenal don't probably know too much about, but if they do their homework, what they will know about Noel Hunt is just how very, very good in the air he is. One of the best headers of a ball that I've seen for a few years, and that is a wonderful header. An absolute wonderful header, but Arsene Wenger maybe has a case.
Well, the fourth goal means that some Arsenal fans, we assume, have seen enough and are heading for home already. Here's Walcott. Little did he know. Here's Arshavin. And now the chance for Walcott to make an impact for Arsenal. And at last, something goes right for them, right near the end of the half. Could that be the start of an improbable comeback?
It needs to be the spark, doesn't it? It really does. And this is what you want to see more of from Theo Walcott. Gets himself in between defenders, onside, and once he's away, they're not going to catch him. And this is what I think he doesn't maybe get the credit he deserves for sometimes. In front of goal, he stays calm, and it's a really cool, calculated finish. Dinks it over Federici. Tiny, tiny glimmer of hope.
Well, it may be the eve of Halloween, but this is challenged by Jenkinson. Arshavin. Shamak trying to slide it